Hey, so in some previous videos, we talked to Rob and we did about 40 minutes of training on how to use this camera that I'm lending him to go to Peru. So now I am challenging Rob to tell us what all he learned in those 40 minutes and see if he's ready to use this lens, this camera, basically tomorrow on his journey to Peru, and he'll be there by Saturday, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Okay, so what did you learn?
I'm expert. In 40 minutes I learned, you can turn it on.
All right. Doing one thing. Okay, I'm going to keep count.
So the thing that took me the longest to get the biggest grasp on was the idea of light and how you're going to take pictures. And so for my sake, I'm going to keep it simple and leave it on the A mode. If we wanted to change it, you'd push A and move this thing around. So in case I accidentally mess it up, I can click on the mode and move it to A.
Okay.
Now what that does is it allows me to adjust the aperture. And the aperture is how much depth of a picture you want in focus. So if it's a small, if you want to focus on just a small distance and everything else will be blurry, you'd want a small aperture. If you want a big landscape, you're going to want a higher aperture. 5. Now, when you do that, the camera automatically adjusts the shutter speed so that it can capture the right amount of light. So in the case of a small aperture, it's probably going to have a really slow shutter speed because, and especially in this room, this is what I've been playing around with,
7. Because
there's not as much light. So the trick is when you have a slow shutter speed, you're going to be moving the camera around a little, and it's going to be out of focus.
8.
So there's a few ways to counter that. So first I'm going to take a picture. Then to adjust the aperture, you have to push the button down, and then you can adjust, with this one, there you go. There's 2 little dials. There's one in the back that doesn't do anything. The one in the front adjusts the aperture. 9. So as I adjust the aperture and I'm focusing on the same spot, the amount of the shutter speed is kind of changing based on the aperture. So the lower I'm going, well actually this, in whatever the light's doing, right? So the aperture is changing as I adjust the aperture, the shutter speed is changing. So if I want to, there's 2 ways to do this. The ISO, if I push ISO down, the higher the number, the more sensitivity to light. The higher the number, you're going to get more light.
10. Okay.
The only problem with that is the higher the number, the more grainy your picture is going to get.
11.
So for my purposes, I want to keep it below 800. 800 the most.
For that camera?
For
12.
this camera.
Yep.
400 works out well, I found, in this room. The other way I can adjust it is this plus minus exposure to light button. I don't know what it's called actually. But as I push that button down, I can adjust it up. So if I take a picture and I look at it and it's dark, I can adjust this to make it +1, and that'll let more light.
Twice as much light.
Twice as much light.
13.
If it's the opposite, if it's too bright, if there's too much exposure, I can put it down to a -1, and that would be twice as much.
Half as much. 13.
Math. Haven't taken it in 10 years. But so those are 2 easy ways to adjust brightness. After, of course, you figure out how big of an aperture you want. Then there's flash.
14. Okay.
So if you want to play with flash, there's a button on the side.
15.
If you open the flash up, you can hold down the flash button and twist it to get different types of flash. You have like the red eye flash. I'm just going to stick with that one. And then if I twist this guy, this will let in more, actually. So putting +1 will be twice as bright of a flash.
Okay.
I probably won't use flash.
I think we're at like what, 14 or something?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm doing well.
Okay.
I got a good teacher.
Wait, is he?
Yeah, we're videoing.
Yeah,
Are you gonna be in it?
teaching about the camera.
I just
This is
wanted
what I get put on. Yeah, right. You just want to be on the camera.
Okay.
On the camera. So another important thing is reviewing. So if I take a picture and I want to see how grainy it is, I can. This is, of course, I'm not really playing with it, but I would push the zoom button, and then it gives you the menu. Hold that down, and then twist in, and you can zoom to see how grainy.
So like 16 now. Okay. And why?
Why do I want to do that? Just to, you don't want to get crappy pictures.
Okay.
You're going to want to review them and then adjust your camera accordingly so you get a good picture. Which I already thought about, so I'll have someone stand there first and pretend to take their picture, but really I'm just testing the camera, and then I'll go stand where they are, and it'll all be set up. You can delete by pushing this. So reviewing, push the play button, delete once. Do I really want to delete? Yes.
Okay.
Deleted.
18.
Let's see, I know not to mess with this. This guy has to deal with the box, so I'm leaving it on that because it'll take everything into account. If I do that, then it's just going to focus just on that box. I'm not sure what the other one is, I just know to leave it there.
Okay. We'll call that a soft 19 there.
This is continuous clicks.
Okay.
CH, I just know I want to leave that there.
20.
The battery is somewhere. Just kidding. So there's the battery. I don't want to take it out because it's still on. And the memory card is in here.
21.
There's this button that I have to flip up.
Do it. Oh, 22.
It's not red, so I can take it out.
Good. That's actually a good one. 23.
And put it in. I'm sure I'm missing a million things that this camera can do, but for my purposes, I feel pretty good about that.
Wait, what about?
Oh, changing lenses.
Okay.
So, in the event that I want to change a lens, take. Oh wait.
Yeah.
This one, right?
Yeah.
Twist.
Okay.
And take off.
That's a good
Now
solid 24.
There's a dot right there that if I want to put it back on, line up the dots, push the little button. I think.
You don't need to push the button, but.
Oh, okay. Well, there's the dot. Okay, there's the dot.
Yep. This is the dot.
Oh, there's the dot. There we go.
Yeah, we'll give you 25.
All right, that was a gimme. I gotta get one of those microfiber cloth things to dust the lens, but even if there's dust, it's okay.
26.
Don't let if it's foggy.
A lot of humidity.
Yeah, a lot of humidity. Don't take pictures. Keep it wrapped in a towel.
Yeah, 27.
Yeah, I was stretching it.
Yeah.
I think that's, I don't know. We went over a lot, but those are the things that are sticking out.
Good. I get to title this "The 27 Things Rob Learned from My 40 Minutes of Teaching."
That's almost 1 a minute, so yeah, I think you're doing pretty good.
All right.
1 every 2 minutes.
Go me.
Good job, Scott. Thanks again, Scott.
Yay. Everyone. Yay.